What's up, y'all? I am Marcus, also known as EMB, and welcome back to From the Dark. Today will not be a very action-heavy episode. Today there is going to be a lot of standing around talking. We are going to be talking about some lore stuff. I'm going to go ahead and just let you guys know that up front, but the lore that we're going to talk about is very important. Today we are finally going to talk a little bit more about the timeline, but we are finally going to talk about the Furtive Pygmy. This is kind of key cornerstone to the lore. I just let the DLC events play out last time. I wanted to let you guys just kind of see it before hearing everything I have to say about it. And as a lot of people figured out, the legend of Artorias is our own legend. It's the legend of the player character. It's one of those really fabulous, fantastic touches in Dark Souls where you hear about this legendary badass, Artorias, the Abyss Walker, who conquered the Dark Wraiths in the Abyss or what have you. It's our story. We are the ones who stopped the spread of the Abyss in Ulasil. We did it last time when we defeated Manus, the father of the Abyss. So let's start off talking a bit about the timeline. A lot of the information today is going to come from interviews, and the first interview that I want to actually refer to is one that Rich Stanton did as a freelancer. He did it for IGN. Don't let the IGN part fool you. Rich Stanton wrote it, so it's good. That's my standard rule of thumb. If Rich wrote it, it's probably fucking good. But he actually had an interview with Miyazaki-san around the release of the DLC content. And this is what Miyazaki-san had to say about it. He said, the additional content is set about 100 years before Ulasil was ruined. In this kingdom, the sorceries are peculiar light spells that are different from the common ones in the original story. So Miyazaki said that the DLC was set 100 years before Ulasil was ruined. Now, I've had people telling me Ulasil takes place about 100 years prior to the game, like the current timeline in the game. This is not correct. And at the end of the last episode, we heard Dusk actually say, "Oh dear me, that was Ulasil many centuries ago. Please excuse my fanciful musings." She said many centuries ago. Beyond that, I was wondering, the gazebo of stoicism is used as a trial. We saw that from the coward's purple coward's crystal, that victory in the battle in the gazebo of stoicism used to lead to ancient and Orlando, and we talked a little bit about, well, that's kind of Sin's Fortress's role in the present day. Is it's the trial that will allow you access to Anne Orlando. And a lot of viewers actually pointed out, hey, you can actually see Sin's Fortress from the forest, but you cannot see, you can't see, what is it? Probably can't see Sin's Fortress from here, but you can't see it in the DLC. Like, I can't see it from here, obviously, but so it really seems like the battle of stoicism preceded Sin's Fortress even. Sin's Fortress, we know, has been around for like 1,000 years. I mean, the Crestfallen Merchant says for 1,000 years they've tried and failed. And on top of that, Frampt says, you know, for 1,000, this is the first in 1,000 years to conquer Sin's Fortress and return with the Lord Vessel, etc., etc., etc. So it seems like Sin's Fortress has been around for 1,000 years. It seems like Ulasil goes back a little bit farther than that, at least. And another thing, Ingward, in his dialogues, when he's talking about Artorias, he did not know Artorias. He's talking about a legend. He even said that if you can find him and learn for him, the Abyss may not prove insurmountable. But we know the truth. Artorias found the Abyss very insurmountable. He couldn't handle it. He had nary a murmur of dark, and he was corrupted by the Abyss. So Ingward only knows the legends of Artorias. As I said before, I think that New Londo was definitely around from the time, well, it was definitely around from the time of Lord Gwyn, because he gave fragments of his soul to the Four Kings, as we'll soon see. But the fall of New Londo came later, and I strongly suspect after the fall of Ulasil. Now, there is some more interesting stuff with this timeline, though, because Dusk, she said in an earlier dialogue that we had with her, she said, "My home of Ulasil was reduced to ashes long ago in my time. I have been alone ever since, but to be summoned thus and be to service to these is most rewarding." But she said her home was reduced to ashes long ago in her time. But the DLC takes place 100 years before the fall of Ulasil, before Ulasil was ruined. Now, we know that the Abyss is ruining Ulasil, but apparently, according to Miyazaki-san in this interview, at the very least, Ulasil did manage to hang around for another 100 years. So let me speak briefly of Dusk's timeline, because this is something that's confusing to a lot of players. Alright. Starts out, she's in Ulasil, right? She's in Ulasil. Then she gets kidnapped and trapped in a crystal golem way back in the back of this cove over there. Is where we find her, in the golem. So she's trapped in the golem. Fast forward to our time, we free her, and then she returns to the past. All right, this is a key point. So the events of Artorias the Abyss being captured by Manus and all that shit has not happened for her yet when we originally free her from the golem. Like, she has been trapped in the golem the whole time, so she couldn't get kidnapped by Manus. Once we free her, she returns home to her own time, and this summon sign is actually summoning her through time. It is summoning her from Ulasil to us, and this is something that, you know, we know summons can work through time. Solaire talked about it. He said that time is distorted, etc., etc., etc. It's demonstrated by the likes of Tarkus, a hero not of our time, that we're actually able to summon. Like, it's well established that these summon signs can cross time, and that's what we're doing. So after we free her from the golem, she goes back to her own time. We can summon her here, but then once we acquire the broken pendant, the vine appears to originate from Ulasil. A powerful magic can be sensed from this ancient stone, yet men of this time can neither manipulate nor sense its power, which has a distinct air consisting of both reverence and nostalgia. Around the time that we get this, Manus snatches Dusk up in her time in Ulasil. All hell breaks loose in Ulasil at that point. Now, it already was going to happen in the original timeline, but Dusk wasn't captured until... I know it's super fucking confusing, but Dusk couldn't be captured because she was in the golem, right? And I think this is all super important because Seath is tied the fuck up in all of this, because Seath, who commands the golems, basically Seath. He uses them and he's capturing females. He captured Dusk. He had her trapped and hidden in the back of this... the back of Darkroot Basin. Who had the broken pendant locked in a golem in his archives? Seath. We found this in Duke's archives in one of his golems. So there's a lot to think about, a lot to consider there. What was Seath trying to accomplish? Like, Manus went mad searching for his pendant, and Seath was keeping it from him. But Seath was also trying to keep Dusk. Like, Manus couldn't get to Dusk because Seath had her in a golem. We do know from Dusk's ring, I believe it was granted to her on her birth. No, that's not it. Hold on, the crown. The crown is probably what it is. Where is it? Damn it. Let's see. Never mind. Anyway, never mind, I'm not sure where it is. Ulasil's blessed with magic upon her birth, right? With both the crown and the ring. There's something special about Dusk. There's a reason why Manus is after her, okay? Don't know why, don't know specifics, but it is very fascinating that it seems as though Seath is trying to keep people from interacting with Manus, trying to keep her from Manus. Like, what is he trying to accomplish? It's very fascinating. Alright, after she was captured by Manus, we actually get pulled back in time by Manus ourselves. We go back to Ulasil, defeat Manus, stop the spread of the abyss, and free her. Now, we were destined to accomplish these feats, right? Like, we were absolutely going to accomplish this because somebody had to stop the abyss, and it obviously was not going to be Artorias. Like, he wasn't going to get it done. So yeah, now she's free and she can come back and she can speak to us again. Yeah, alright, so I think that kind of sums things up. The confusing point, I think, to me and to everyone, is the fact that after we originally free her from the golem, she actually has not been captured by Manus yet in her own timeline. Another fascinating point about this, like I said from that interview, is the fact that Ulasil manages to stick around for another 100 years after we stop the spread of the abyss. So it's another 100 years before it's completely ruined. And you gotta wonder what it was that completely ruined it. Another way to look at things, though, I don't think this is the case because this isn't the way it's presented. Like, this isn't the way Dusk talks about it in the game. But another way to look at this would be that actually she was captured by Manus first and then put in the golem. I think it makes less sense that way. But it would explain why she's in the golem when we get to her. You know what I mean? But I don't think it worked that way because Elizabeth's dialogue's fucked with it, right? We rescue Dusk here, and she goes back to her own time prior to being captured by Manus. When we speak with Elizabeth, Elizabeth knows that we rescued her in this time. So that had to have happened first. So, yeah, she could not have been captured by Manus before she was in the golem. There, kind of disproves that via Elizabeth. Fucking confusing timeline, I know, but I hope that this kind of discussion is helping. It might be making things worse. But we have a couple more little dialogues to get from Dusk here.
I am Dusk of Ulasil. It is an honor. Bless thee. I shall follow thy wishes.
Well, that was a weird audio glitch. It's also interesting that she says Ulasil. Sometimes it sounds like she's saying Ulasil, not Ulasil. Hope this audio is not fucked up.
Excuse me for such whimsical utterances. Only, it was so very odd. You and Artorias. I owe my life to each of you, and both seem to share some resonance of sorts. Perhaps it is the nature of true greatness.
Yeah, baby, I'm truly great.
Excuse me for such whimsical utterances. Only, it was you and perhaps...
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I wish to be of assistance. May the flame...
She's supposed to have one more dialogue. The important one that I actually want to have her speak.
I am Dusk. It is an honor. I shall...
Excuse me.
Oh, God bless.
If thou art in need, may the...
Hold on, I'll try reloading and we'll see if we can get it that way. Alright, let's try this again. There should be a dialogue where she actually speaks about Manus.
I am Dusk. It is an honor. I shall...
I still think on that creature from the abyss that preyed upon me. My faculties were far from lucid, but I quite clearly sensed certain emotions. A wrenching nostalgia, a lost joy, an object of obsession, and a sincere hope to reclaim it. Could these thoughts belong to the beast from the abyss? But if that were true, then perhaps it is no beast after all. Oh, please forgive my ramblings. It's just that I wish to know the truth, and no one, not even loving Elizabeth, will tell me.
If thou art in need, pray summon me again. I wish to be of assistance. May the flames guide thee.
You've been of great assistance to us here today, Dusk. No one, not even loving Elizabeth. So that kind of corroborates what Miyazaki-san said in the interview with Rich, is that Ulasil isn't finished. Like, as desolate and destroyed as it looks, we did stop the spread of the abyss. There's more than just Elizabeth for her to talk to. Like, contrary to what she originally said, I have been alone ever since. So there are still some survivors in Ulasil. There is someone other than Elizabeth for her to talk to, at the very least. Now we're to Manus. Now, she said she sensed certain emotions. We know specifically that the object that he's searching for is his pendant. Nostalgia and reverence. We know specifically that that is what he was looking for. It's unclear why he snatched her up. It's not clear, but a fascinating point, he didn't devour her humanity. Alright, who is Manus? Manus is the Pygmy. The furtive Pygmy from the beginning. It's kind of clear cut. It's not one of those things that's 100% stated in the game. Manus is the Pygmy. But here, I'm gonna kind of lay it out for you. We know that Manus is described as a primeval human. Like, he's the father of the abyss. He's something of an ancestor to humans. Prior to or around the release of the DLC, Miyazaki-san did a radio interview in Japan, and he was asked about the furtive Pygmy, and he said, the image is something like a human ancestor, something that found the Lord Soul, and humanity is a fragment of the Lord Soul, a fragment of the Dark Soul specifically. So the Pygmy is kind of like an ancestor, so that the descendants have a part of the soul. So what this basically means is the furtive Pygmy is found the fourth Lord Soul. Lord Gwyn found one, not Quaylana, the Witch of Izalith found another, and then Nito found the third, and the furtive Pygmy found the fourth one, the Dark Soul. We know that these Lord Souls can be fragmented. We will see that Gwyn has split his soul amongst his followers. The Dark Soul also became fragmented and kind of passed along humanity. It's each individual fragment of humanity is a fragment of the Dark Soul, and so they all come from this ancestor, and basically it all comes back to Manus is the primeval human. He is the ancestor of humanity. He originally found the Dark Soul. He is the fourth Lord, so to speak, and that makes complete and total sense that he is the true final boss of the DLC. Because he's just as important in the lore as Gwyn and the Witch of Izalith and Nito. Actually, more important than any of them, probably. So, it's the fragments of humanity are the fragments of the Dark Soul. And so it makes sense. We know that the Dark Soul is trying to kind of coalesce and bring itself back together, so to speak. And it makes total sense. Manus kind of has the lion's share of the soul still. So even when he's awakened and he encounters basically his own descendants, but they all have fragments of the Dark Soul, and it's almost as if he's trying to reclaim it. Their humanity, their bits of the Dark Soul are drawn from them to him. He's stealing their humanity, resulting in something similar to hollowing. Like, we have the bloat heads in Ulasil, but you get the point. And those the humanity went wild. It could no longer be controlled by the individual person, and instead was drawn to Manus. And that's basically it. Like, he's the Pygmy. Now, it's the sort of thing, if you want to interpret it differently or whatever, you're totally welcome to do that. Like, this is not, it doesn't say anywhere in the game, Manus is the Pygmy, alright? But working from what we know from the interviews and from what we understand, it's extremely likely. And you look at the soul of Manus, this extraordinary soul is a viscous, lukewarm lump of gentle humanity. Ancient Manus was clearly once human, but he became the father of the abyss after his humanity went wild, eternally seeking his precious broken pendant. It's very curious what the pendant actually is and why he's so attached to it. It's one of those unanswered questions in the lore, but Manus's humanity went wild as well, and essentially the Dark Soul is trying to recollect itself. You can even see it's very similar in nature to a Firekeeper soul. And a Firekeeper soul is a draw for humanity. Right? You can just look at it. So, that's what's going on in Dark Souls, guys. That's kind of the fourth Lord Soul, the Dark Soul, has been split up as fragments of humanity spread out amongst all the humans. But one day the world will fade to dark. That means that the dark soul is going to recollect itself. It's trying to do so. It's actually trying to do so in Ulasil. It's trying to do so in the course of this game. And what we, the player character, are doing is going around gathering all of the Lord Souls, including the Dark Soul. So, yeah. What else did I want to... This pendant is... I don't know, man. I don't know. So that's what I think about all that. Sorry, once again, for a very... How to phrase this? I know there wasn't any action here for 20 fucking minutes. I've been standing around talking about Dark Souls lore, about the timeline, about the nature of Manus, about the nature of humanity, but it's really important. Like, this is where the story of the game starts to become more clear. Yeah. Let's try to knock out a couple of side quests, if we can here. I want to deal... Unfortunately, we have to kill Gough. I don't want to kill Gough, but unfortunately, that's the only way to get his armor. So, we need to take care of Gough. Let's go. And then there's a couple of other things that I want to do. Let's see. Ulasil Township. So please excuse my fanciful musings. But yeah, I mean, I love the fact that the legend of Artorias is literally our own legend. That's just the most brilliant fucking shit in the world. And I do, okay, yeah, I need to remember to let Gough kill me. Hell, he might just fucking kill me, whether I let him or not, but I need to remember to let Gough kill me, because, I believe he has some text for it. I want to get that dialogue, man.
Thou comest again, legend of humans. It is always an honor to speak with thee.
Fuck it. We ain't gonna have any other chances to do it.
Now, do not mistake my words. I cherish my work. I would have much to talk about with that blacksmith. In truth, how is the old chap, I wonder? Still hammering away, I should hope. Farewell, proud human. May every honor be bestowed upon thee.
He is about to lay the smack down on our ass.
Stop it, I say. Understand this. I wish thee no harm. Stop that. By the gods! So this is true human nature. Artorias is in your debt, but thou leavest me little choice. You perish for the good of all.
Why did it stop blocking there? I'm holding the button. Forsooth. He's so cool. Alright. Gotta remember to let him kill us. Hey. I'm down near the ladder, too. Come on, dude. One more ought to do it. Oh wow, he actually doesn't have any dialogue there. I expected he was going to say something. So this is the true nature of humans. Yeah, we're lore-thirsty bastards, man. Nothing is sacred, unfortunately. You know, me, if I was role-playing and what have you, just kind of playing for myself, I would never, ever kill Hawkeye Gough. He's too fucking cool, but... the things I do for you guys. Oh, by the way, we're rocking our Papa Within build today. The Papa Within. And this is after we take out Gough, if we have time, there's going to be a couple other little character side quests that I want to wrap up, and they're going to lead us naturally to our next area. So. Damn, Power Within, don't kill me. He's blind. Ooh, that fucking elbow drop. Oh shit. No. No, there we go. Oh yeah. Oh, did he one-shot me? He did! Oh man. That's awesome. Best way to die. That and the mushroom punch. The mushroom punch from the parent mushrooms and getting your fucking shit bashed in by Hawkeye Gough. Best ways to die in Dark Souls. 10 of 10, do not regret. Do not fucking regret it. If I remember right, Andre's got a drop kick too. That's another good one. There's actually several really fun ways to die in Dark Souls. Which goes back to what Miyazaki talks about in interviews. Where he says, I just think about how I would like to die in the game. Okay now. Hold on, where's our humanity? Where are our fragments of Dark Soul? Did I forget to pick them up? Oh, there they are. Whoop. Whoop. Woo. My audio seems to be... oh shit. Freaking out a bit. Helps if you have a fucking tower shield for dealing with Gough. Helps a lot. Come on, elbow drop. Oh man. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no. In truth, fighting him in this kind of tight area is a lot harder in a lot of ways than... oh shit. One more. No! It's a lot harder than fighting Manus. Oh shit. I probably shouldn't be trying to use Power Within and burst him down like that, but... fuck, man. That's great. But... in turn, other than like his pimpin' ass fucking moves, like the elbow drop and the belly slam, stuff like that. Other than that, this would be a really fucking annoying fight, just due to its nature of, gotcha, the camera sucks here. He is, like I said, he is blind, so you can sneak around a bit if you want to use Slumbering Dragon Crest or what have you. But yeah. Oh shit. Ooh, I cannot believe that fucking tower shield is strong enough to block that shit. That's awesome. Oh, that had a lot longer delay on it than I expected. Oh, I thought I rolled. Well, I may be here dying to Gough for a while, guys. Fucking son of a bitch is kicking my ass. I could go back to the S-Stock, but it's gonna do so little damage. It'll be quick enough to recover and dodge his bullcrap, but like I said, so little damage. What the fuck? Brenda, I was blocking. Nice. Come on, elbow. Go. Damn it. Come on, elbow drop. I was really wanting the elbow drop there. Belly drop. Where am I? Where are you? Which direction am I facing? Elbow. Really? Oh shit, that was slow. You retrieved nothing. You fucking loser. Aw, I was slow. I don't know where I am, I don't know where he is. I don't know what's going on. And I do not know why I have this Zweihände. Alright, elbow drop. Damn you. Alright, now that should do it. Elbow drop. Ah, damn. He don't want to do it no more. I wonder if it's dependent on his HP as to whether or not he'll do that. Because it is the easiest one to punish, like... I was assuming it was just going to be position based. But it could be position and also HP based too. Alright. Come on then. No more elbow drop, huh? No soup for you. Thought that was gonna kill him. Humans. 20,000 fucking souls. Gough's helm, Gough's armor, Gough gauntlets, Gough's leggings. Alright. Time for the big debate where everybody hates me and hates my opinion, but whatever. Armor of Hawkeye Gough, one of Gwyn's 4 knights. Armor gone by Gough since his days as a dragon slayer. The medallion bequeathed by the Lord himself and the Dragonbone pauldrons are symbols of the highest honors. The Dragonbone pauldrons being symbol of the highest honor just because he said, you know, dragon slaying, the highest calling of a knight. The medallion bequeathed by the Lord himself, this was given to him by Lord Gwyn. So the people who have mistreated Gough, I don't think Gwyn was one of them. And that's kind of further evidence for Gwyn being gone by the time the events in Ulasil take place, in my mind. Received as a decoration of honor, crafted of similar material to the gauntlets worn by the Silver Knights. And you have to wonder if it was crafted by the giant blacksmith. And here's the kind of one where I have the controversial opinion that people just absolutely fucking hate. Gough's helm. A helm crafted especially for the Honorable Hawkeye Gough. Only the eye holes were packed with tree resin by those who dismissed Gough as a brutish giant. I don't think Gough's actually blind. I think he thinks he is blind, but it's only because people have packed his eye holes with pine resin, and I think this is something that happened to him after Gwen left. A lot of people don't like this interpretation at all because they say he's such a wise character. He's obviously so smart. He's like all these great attributes to Gough. Like, how could he not realize that he's not blind? And has he not taken his helmet off, etc., etc., etc.? And this is always the response that I give, and this is what I truly believe, is that FromSoft and Miyazaki-san specifically love to make flawed characters. They have a funny sense of humor, and to me, I believe he still can see, or he would be able to if he poked the damn pine resin out, took the helmet off. People are going to say, well, light would actually go through the pine resin, etc., etc. Look, man, I'm just telling you, this is how I think Miyazaki-san wrote it, how he views it, and I think it's as much a joke and kind of a something to balance out the badassness of Gough. You don't gotta believe me, whatever. Like, a lot of people were saying, how could he possibly be imprisoned here? Because he's huge. He could just fucking knock these pillars down and jump right down if he wanted to. I think that this right here is his real prison. The pine resin jammed into his helmet. I think that is the actual prison. The fact that he believes himself to be blind, that is the real prison. Because he's going to jump down. Where the fuck is he going to go? Actually, this looks pretty fucking sweet. Oh, look at it. Maybe a different armor set. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah. I know. Unpopular opinion puffin', whatever. That's... I seriously think that Gough is not blind. But, oh, you know me. What do I know? Alright, where's the S-Stock? Go back to our S-Stock. Oh, no, it's below. I gotta navigate below. There we go. Got my fast roll back on my Papa Within. The things I do for lore, man. God damn, I hate killing Gough. Dark Souls has so many great, memorable characters. If for people who, if you want to criticize Dark Souls 2 or Bloodborne of anything, for me it's the lack of like just incredible NPCs like what you have in Dark Souls. People want to talk about the map connectivity and stuff like that. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But you know, for me, for someone who's fundamentally a Demon Souls player in the first place, that's not as big a deal. I do understand the appeal of it for a lot of people, but the NPCs are fucking unbeatable. Like, just, I love them. I love them. Alright. Now, let's take care of some stuff that's going to actually lead us to Duke's Archives. Alright, one thing I've been trying to do for a while now is get, well, let me rest at this bonfire so I can just warp back. One thing that I've been trying to do for a while now is to get Petrus to go ahead and kill Reah. A lot of people were telling me in the comments, actually, you need to buy all of her miracles to trigger him to kill her. I didn't think that was correct, just because buying all her miracles should be the trigger to get the channeler to kidnap her. But we've been waiting for a long time. Petrus normally doesn't take such a long time to kill Reah. I've never had it take this long before. So, god damn that slow ass shield. That's just fucking such a useless move. I mean, I guess it's not useless technically. Alright, so forward R1 with the S-Stock and weapons like this is this instead of a kick. So in those cases, I guess having the shield bash actually is somewhat useful now that I think about it. But anyway. But long story short, Petrus has not killed Reah, like, in all this fucking time. So I went ahead and I bought all of her miracles. And yeah, as expected, she's gone. She's been abducted and taken to Duke's archives. I don't think Petrus actually killed her. We broke that quest somehow. I'm gonna throw this one to the community. If you guys can figure out, I don't know what the specific trigger to get Petrus to kill her is. I do believe Lautrec's tip may be involved. We got Lautrec's tip this game though. He should have killed her. He should have killed her like after we zoned once or twice. He normally doesn't take very long at all to do it. But he never did. I bought all her stuff. I believe she is probably at Duke's archives, and we're gonna test it right here.
Oh, come again.
He's like, "What are you doing there, buddy?"
What is it, fool? Driven to madness by him? Why? How could I? What did I do wrong?
Oh, you know what you did. If he kills you, he just says something about being a wolf in sheep's clothing, which I guess is more confirmation of his character, and I probably should have showed it, but, oh well, fuck Petrus. See, he just dropped to humanity. Had he killed Reah, he would have dropped her talisman. I am positive we are going to find her in Duke's archives. So, we broke that quest. God knows how. I throw this to the community if you can help me figure out the specific trigger to get Petrus to kill Reah. That would be fantastic because I'm chalking it up to unknown. I don't know if it was a glitch. Actually, it seemed like earlier in the episode when we were talking to Dusk, it actually seemed like Ria's dialogue played somehow. So I don't know if there's a DLC-related glitch between Dusk and Reah somehow. I don't know. That's what it sounded like to me, and maybe when I watch it on video playback, I'll be like, no, that's not what it was at all. Or maybe it'll be obvious that that's what it was. But I would appreciate help figuring out this puzzle, because I like to know everything there is to know about this fucking game, and this is one thing I do not know. I do not know the specific trigger to have Petrus kill Reah, and I don't know why he didn't do it in this playthrough. The trigger is not buying all her miracles, because that's the one that triggers her to go to get captured and taken to Duke's archives, and we'll see her there. Yeah. Haha. I got a bunch of stamina and a tower shield plus like 14. So, ooh, run. Blocking is useful. Unlike the Moonanites quote. Blocking is useless. Or no, actually he said jumping, didn't he? Jumping is useless. Jumping is still useless, but blocking is very useful for us. Sorry for the ramble. Do I have time? Oh, please make it. Yeah. Sweet. Have I been followed? Seems... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I was gonna say seems not. Whoa, oh, that's a grab attack. Oh, wow. I don't think I've ever been hit by that before. That's the first time, guys. That's the first time he's ever got me with that. I was sitting here wondering why couldn't I block that attack. I was sitting there wondering whether or not I'd managed to do enough damage to kill this guy. Holy shit, guys. I just got hit by an attack for the first time ever. Dark Souls. It's the never-ending story, man. go, 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 go.
Oh no!
Whoa. Holy shit. Holy shit. I almost fucked up. Almost fucked up, guys. Alright. Alright. And... hello. A certain sorcerer using the slumbering dragon crest ring there. Or actually, I guess that's fall control. I actually could be either one now I think about it. Probably slumbering. Just based off of who this is. This is Griggs. He hollowed. After we learned all of Logan's sorceries from him, as he said he was going to, he, is he using a mail breaker? You fool. As he said he would, he tried to follow Logan to Duke's Archives in Anne Orlando, but he was not equal to Sin's Fortress. Poised backstabbing son of a bitch. Humanity, hush, and slumbering. I think that's actually the second hush that we got, maybe. Yeah. No, it's not. Sorcerer developed by a certain surreptitious sorcerer at Venheim Dragon School. Masks all noises of caster. Effectively, Venheim is controlled by the Dragon School, and it is no wonder that the town has its share of dark secrets. No wonder that the town has its share of dark secrets. And apparently, this young gentleman privy to some of them. And we now have 2 slumberings because we bought one earlier. Secretly worn by a certain sorcerer at Venheim Dragon School. So, he was trying to get to Duke's Archives. He did not make it. Alas, Yorick, I knew him well. Alas, poor Griggs. And as for us, at this point, we've got... where is it? Wait, what? Oh, yeah, let's check the Chasm of the Abyss real quick. At this point, we have... Reah has been abducted and taken to the Archives. Griggs died on his way to the Archives. Logan has fled to there in search of knowledge. In search of the knowledge of Seath the Scaleless. Once human, Manus once human. Until he was awoken and driven mad by the people of Ulasil at the behest of a toothy serpent. The grave of primeval man. And the original owner of the Dark Soul, according to me, based off of stuff that I talked about earlier in the episode. Here we are in the Abyss. It's kind of the true nature of the world. As I see it, anyway. Guys, I am Marcus, also known as EMB. I think about my name for a second there. We will have a lot more action next time, because it's time for us to enter Duke's Archives, and I want you to keep thinking about what Seath may have been trying to accomplish. What was he trying to do? Because it's just one of those, why did he have Dust captured? Why did he have the pendant? What's his relationship to the Toothy Serpent and to Manus? I'm Marcus, also known as EMB. Let's do the thing. today's thing is actually a little bit special. Got to do a little Rosie shout out.